YouTube. So today I'm gonna be going over to the office, and actually I need to restock my freebies for my orders, the logo stickers and the thank you stickers, and also my business cards, because I've gotten a couple of orders from the cyber sale, and I ended up running out of them. And I have a couple more orders that I need to fill. So I need to go over and restock those. And I'm also going to be continuing the sale for another week just on my own. And so I'm probably gonna make a couple more sales during that time. And obviously I need I need my freebies and business cards to go in any of those orders. I mean, I don't need them. It's okay if I send out something without those, because also like people don't really know if they're missing something or not. Like that, because I don't really have any like followers that are, gonna be like, oh no, I didn't get my little freebie leaves or whatever, and it's not like advertised on my shop that things like that come with the order, if it's something that I'm sending out. But I still feel better if I have all of my stuff put together the exact same way for each person. So I do need to go restock those and then fill 2 orders that I did get. So we're going to be going over to the shop and doing that in this video, and I'll just record, printing out the freebie stickers and logos and the business cards. And I don't know if that's boring to you guys, but these are some of the things that you have to do whenever you're trying to start up a shop like this. So I find it really relaxing to do things like this, but I know it's not always the most entertaining for people to just see the same thing of printing, laminating, cutting, printing, laminating, cutting. But that's what you have to do when you have stickers and business cards to make. So we're gonna go over to the shop now and start on all of that. Okay guys, just got over to the office. I've got my laptop out. I turned on all of the printers and cutters and everything. So now it's time to start printing everything out and laminating and cutting. So I'm gonna flip you guys around as usual to show you guys what I'm starting with first. So I'm starting with the freebies because I actually have none. I used all of them already. So I'm just made a sheet of those, since I don't really need to print out any of my other stickers. So I'm just gonna do a full sheet of just the freebies, and as you see, I already have that formatted, and I've put one of my papers over in the printer already. So I'm going to tell this to print, and then I need more logos and thank yous, and I have a sheet of just these 2 together already formatted to print that out next. And then I need more business cards. I only have 2. And I'm gonna try and see if I can mess around with the logo on the back, because on some of them it shifts down for some reason on the page, and I haven't figured that out quite yet as to why it does that. So I'm gonna mess around with that one's layout a little bit before I print those. But I have this paper over here. I'll show you. I have this paper that, here it is, that's already made to be business card size, and it's what I used to print out my original business cards, and it works. I have the layout and everything correct on the Photoshop file. I just don't know why, for some reason, the back of the cards seem to shift down a little bit. So I'll mess around with that and see if I'm able to fix that. If not, it's not a huge deal, because that's the back of it and it doesn't really tell you anything that important. It's just the logo. But I'm gonna go ahead and click print on this, and we'll get started. All right, the freebies just finished printing out. Here they are. As you can see, I know that you've seen them before, but that's what they look like on a sheet. But while those are drying, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the laminate that I need for them. And so I thought I would show you guys how I do it. Here, I'm gonna need 2 pages, because I'm gonna need one for the logos and one for the freebies. And so I'm gonna cut those at the same time, just so I don't have to do it twice. But what I do is I come over here to the stickers. Let me actually bring those over here with me so I can show you guys a little better. Here we go. Let's see if I can set you up so you can see what I'm doing. And of course, the bed still has mess on it, so don't look at it, ignore it. But so what I do is come down here. I need to probably measure the area that I actually need for the laminate, so that I don't have to do this each time. But I haven't done it yet. So what I do though is I kind of, let me spin this around. I look to see, and usually, yeah, like this one, it's lining up along this line right here. So the back of the laminate sheet is gridded, and the printing marks on the paper actually line up with some of the marks. So I kind of just, I look to see which mark it lines up with, and it lines up with that one. And then I do the same thing for the other way and see which one it lines up with on that side. And let's see, sometimes I gotta spin the page around to see which one it lines up with best. But it lines up with that one. So I think you can tell I've marked up there, and then I've marked right here. And that's kind of the size of laminate that I need. So I'm gonna put this out of the way to dry a little bit more. It's already pretty dry, but I'm gonna just let it sit while I do this. And so then I just take my papers, however many laminate sheets I'm cutting at a time, and put them together like so. And I'm going to try to use this little Cricut cutter instead of having to use the big old paper cutter one. So we'll see how this cuts. I don't know. But I want to line them up where it will cut along that line I just marked. There we go. Now let me do the other way. Get that lined up. That one got stuck a little bit. But there we go. It worked. So I'm actually gonna measure these now that I've cut them, so that I don't have to mark every single time how big of a area I need. And I'm going to actually, let me get a Post-it, or I'm gonna use one of these. I got these the other day. They're not really Post-its, I don't think. It's just a notepad. Yeah, they're not Post-its. But I'm gonna use this to write down the measurement so that I have it written down somewhere. So I don't always have to do this each time. So it's six inches. Oh, let me here we go. And I'm never really good at reading the little tick marks very well. Because I never know what it exactly means. But I'll know what I mean whenever I write it down. I'll look up how to actually write this later. Because that's definitely not correct. Okay. I wrote it down. I don't want to show you guys what I wrote because that is so not how you write that. But I have the measurement now. Okay. So now that I got that out of the way, I won't need this anymore. Let me move it over. Now I have to laminate that sticker paper. And I hope that this goes well, because sometimes it does not. I have my page. Oh. It's getting little furs on it already. I don't know. But you see, it's pretty spot on, like you can see. So it shouldn't really get in the way of the marks that it needs to read. But sometimes I go ahead and I cut any excess that I feel like I need to trim that won't mess up the lamination of the sticker at all. So like that one. This one just needs a little bit. Because I think the other area is pretty good. And then down here, I'll cut a little bit off. Right there. And I'll cut a little bit off right here. Okay. Now let's see if I can laminate this without getting any bad bubbles. I know that there's probably a more efficient way to do all this, but this way works for me for now. So I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, so I stick down the top is how I do it. Get that nice and stuck down. And then I will come under the bottom. Well, first let me make sure there's not any specks on it. Now that I haven't started. And then I'll pull this while I roll the middle part down. Like so. And then I go out from the middle like this. And right here it looks like there's gonna be a weird warp happening. So I might be able to get that to not do that. Because I don't want it to have a big bubble right on that one right there. Okay, I think I've saved that. And this one didn't do too bad. I think there's still bubbles right there. There we go. I got them. But that's that part of the process done. See? Nice and laminated. Actually, that's upside down because this has the little arrow. But this sheet's laminated. Now we need to move to the Cricut. Now we're over at the Cricut, and I'm going to go ahead and get this one stuck down on one of my grids. And I actually got a new one, but I don't know if I want to try to use that one yet. I might see if I can use this one that ended up not being super sticky anymore. I don't know. I might not use that one. Because I don't want it to mess up like it did last time. So I might go ahead and open this new pack that I got. I don't know what to do with this old one. I'm gonna take that out and put that over there though, so I don't accidentally use it. But let me open this up. So there is a new one. And I'm gonna put that one down there. And now I'm going to hopefully line this up good. Oh, nope. There we go. That's lined up. Okay. I don't want to try to stick it down too hard because this is a new sheet, so I think it's going to be pretty sticky. But I think I got that stuck down. And then I'm going to feed it into the Cricut, like so. Alright guys, the freebies are done, so I'm going to go ahead and tell it to release them and pick them from the sheet. I'm gonna pull this up by itself because that seems to do nicely the last couple of times I've done that. Get all this excess stuff. There we go. And then here it is. I'm going to pick them all off the sheet. And again, I don't know if this is the best way to do all this. It's been working for me so far. So this is the way that I'm gonna do it for now. And they all, and they all seem to be very nice. And this grid, I keep picking the sticker off of this one. And the grid doesn't seem to have been too grippy. Like, I'm not having any problems with the backers peeling off, which is helpful. Makes it a lot easier. I'm getting all of the right leaves first in a pile, so I'm not having to go back and forth. Now I'll do the left ones. I might need to spin the grid around because that's not working. Peeling them from the stem is easier, there we go, than peeling them from the tips of the leaf. Like, peeling them up from this way is easier than from this way, is what I'm saying. Because when you try to peel from this way, it gets stuck on the tips of the leaves, not wanting to come with it. I got an email from Etsy, actually, or not, I guess notification. I don't know if it was really an email or if it was just a notification that popped up for me, but it said that I have already had over 40 sales, which I know is not that much for like a full on Etsy business. But I was pretty excited when I got that, because I haven't really been like going too hard on Etsy, really like pushing all of my stuff and marketing and everything a whole lot. Like, I'm definitely doing marketing on Instagram and TikTok, but I'm not really like, some people say that you should be posting like every single day on both of them all the time for everything. And I'm not a huge social media person, which I know is not really good whenever you're trying to have like an online business. So I haven't been doing it like every day, but I've been doing it, I feel like, a decent amount. I mean, I've promoted like the cyber sale. I probably need to promote that I'm continuing my sale. I called it a holiday sale. It's not store-wide though. I'm just doing it for the journals and ornaments, since I had to increase their price. Like, their price looks a little bit weird compared to the other stuff in my shop. They look more expensive, but it's because they're from Printify, and their price actually contains in it the shipping fee that oh, I showed those backwards, that Printify has on their site for them. So I have those marked up a little bit more, and especially because of the sale, they were marked up a little bit more. So they still look kind of expensive. And I decided that I would just continue the sale for those for another week. And then once that's done, I'll mark them back down. There'll still be more than the rest of the stuff on my shop, but they shouldn't look so overpriced. But I don't think that they look that overpriced right now with their sale price compared to other people's printified journals. It's just compared to the rest of my shop, they look kind of more expensive. So I'm gonna do those for another week. And I called it a holiday sale, not only because it's close to Christmas, but also because the journals and ornaments have some Christmas themed stuff like poinsettias and holly, mistletoe, wreaths. So we'll see how that goes. Journals are supposed to be a big seller in the coming month because people will start buying like journals and planners and agendas and stuff for January because, you know, New Year's resolutions and planning everything. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And then Etsy actually has a sale right after Christmas that they do for the new year. So they'll also go on to the sale for that. I mean, I think my whole shop goes on sale for that. But that's what I'm doing. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought reaching 40 sales in, I would say, a decently short time is pretty cool. I mean, especially since I'm not pushing content every single day like a lot of the big shops are, and like the marketers tell you to do. I think having that kind of like more, not really like natural growth, but more of like, I guess not forced. I don't want to say that's forced, but you know, it's more like people are finding me on their own, I guess. I mean, I do have ads for my Etsy shop, but I have the cap price for the ads at like $2. So it's not like I have a whole bunch of ads going out for all of my stuff. So I think having people like kind of find me on their own that many times is pretty cool. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and also share what I've been thinking and doing behind the scenes with the sales and journals and everything. So let's get back to our stickers though. We already have our freebies, so now we're going to move on to the thank yous and logos. So I will pull that up on my laptop and show you guys that one and get that all printed out and laminated and everything with you. Okay guys, here is my elf press and thank you sheet. I can't fit as many of those as the leaves. Obviously the leaves are a lot smaller and these are big circles, so not as many of these can be put on a sheet, but I did get 6 elf press and 6 thank yous on a sheet at a time. So I'm going to print at least one of these. I might have to print another one, you know, more sooner. that was not the correct way to word that, but you get what I'm saying. But I'm gonna just do one for today, because I also need to do my business cards, and I did on here have I have an old Etsy site URL on here, because they recently, I guess not super recently, but more recently, after I made these, they launched that whole like social media, bringing your own business to your site through your like maker link that they give you, instead of just the shop / then your shop name. So I have to put the new one on here, and since I only have 2 of these left, it's a good time to switch that over and figure out how to make the backs not shift down so much. So I'll do that. And I think I'll have to look it up, but whenever somebody uses your link instead of the Etsy link, I think Etsy doesn't take as big of a commission, or it's something to that effect. So it's a lot more beneficial for people to use your link. And I think that I did go ahead and already switch all of that over on my YouTube and my TikTok and Instagram and LinkTree. So if anybody uses that link, it will now be the maker link instead of the basic Etsy link. So that will help if people do it that way. Like if people are finding me that way, it won't take as big of a commission and stuff. But I think most people are just finding me on the site, which is fine. I don't really have a preference how people find me. But once I get bigger, people might start using my link or my LinkTree. So I wanted to go ahead and have all that figured out and switched over. But now I'm going to click print, and while these print out is when I'm going to fix that, or try to fix that. So let me go ahead and click print, and I will come back whenever it is printed out so you guys can see what it looks like. I know that you've seen them before, but I figure show you everything in this video since this is what I'm doing today. Okay guys, the logos and thank yous have printed out. I've let them sit for a little bit while I was fixing the business cards, and I'm hoping that they're actually fixed, but we'll see. I think that I turned off the bleed on these, so they might end up having a little bit of white around the edges, because I forgot on these I leave the bleed on, but that's okay. So we're gonna laminate them, get you guys set up so that you can see a good amount of what I'm doing anyway. And this one we already have cut to size since we cut it with the other sheet Oh, I said we got it cut to size. Apparently we don't have it cut to size. This one's really small. Okay, well, actually, we don't have it cut to size. So, let me get a new sheet. That's really weird. I don't know how that happened. I'm sure it was my mistake somehow. Who knows what I did? Oh, this is already wrong. Okay. Well, we almost had this streamline. Not quite yet, though, it seems. I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, there we go. There's that. Let me cut that out now, since we'll save this for later. Save that for later. I'll just throw it right there for now. Get our thing back out. And get this cut. Doesn't look like it's exactly lined up. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we've got it cut out correctly. And this one we don't need to trim the edges on. So let's see if I can get this to lay down nicely. All right, make sure it's clean of dust. Let's see if we can get this one rolled nice. This one I'm doing it a little bit differently because I saw a wrinkle trying to start already. So this one, I'm doing it kind of as I go. Okay. No, that was a fuzz on the top, not on the inside where the thing is. I got worried for a second that I had a big old black spot right in the middle of that one. Okay, here we go. There we go. That one did very nicely. I think there's a little bubble right there. I got it out. Let's see. Don't see any any bubbles or anything. So there we go. That one's all laminated. And now we can go to the Cricut. Over at the Cricut, got our stickers, got our grid. Let's try and stick this down, lined up. Nope, that's way off. There we go. That's lined up. Stick it down, but not too much. And let's get it, you're in the way a little bit, sorry. Get it fed in like so. And I gotta go click start over on my laptop, but there we go. These are gonna cut out and they'll be pretty fast since they're just circles. So we'll be back. For me, quickly. For you, it's just gonna jump straight away. Our logos and thank yous are done. So I'm going to pick them from the grid now. That one came off really easy. And yeah, they have a little bit of white on the edges, but it's not super important that these are done perfectly, because this isn't what people really paid for, you know. This is just little add-ons that I do just because I want to, because I want things to look nice. No, I thought that one had a piece of dust on it, but it doesn't. There we go. Those ones pick up very easy because they're circles. But we're done with this, so I'm gonna put its cover on. I think its cover has dirt already on it. But it's not really a whole lot I can do about that. Okay, that stuck down a little crooked, but as long as it is protecting the sticky part, doesn't really matter if it's on perfectly or not. I just want to protect that one since it's one of the new ones I just opened up. But there's our thank yous, and there's our logos. We have those done, so now we need to do the business cards. So we're going to transition over to my other desk. Okay, so we've transitioned over to my other desk. I have my computer glasses on, so here you go. This is what they look like. But I did go ahead and fix my business cards. I think I'll show you guys how they're done. Oops. Where'd they go? Hold on. Okay, there we go. So I have my business cards done. Let me pick you up so I can show you guys. Here's the back page layout, and I don't know if you can see. I think you can see. Oh, my screen's dirty. Oh, okay. I think you can see this is the new link it's your shop name then .etsy.com, whereas the old one was etsy.com/shop/elfpress. And that's like if somebody were to go from Etsy, click on something from your, from their screen that shows up. Like if somebody clicked on the leopard gecko sticker and then they go, oh, I want to see more from this person, and then they click on your shop that way, it would be this URL, etsy.com/shop/elfpress. But with the new like maker collaboration thing they have going on, if somebody gets to your shop using this one instead, where it's your shop name, elfpress.etsy.com, and they buy from this link and not from the Etsy link, it I think lowers their like commission that they take, because they're not the ones that brought the customer to you. You brought your own customer to your site, but you're still using their site, so they still get some commission, but they don't get as much, I think, is how it works. But so anyway, this is how the back looks, as you see and as I showed you, but with the new link. And this is the actual front. I know, I think that I've been calling it the back. This is really the front, but I don't put this one facing frontwards. I put it as I put the business card upside down when I put it in order, because I want them to like see my links and stuff first. But this is the logo side anyway. So it's just this logo and everything's white around it. I am hoping it doesn't shift down, but it might still shift down whenever I print these out. But I have, like I showed you guys earlier, I have this, and the way that I have them laid out on here, they are supposed to go on here correctly. It tells you this is the back side, this is the front side, feed one sheet at a time. It tells you what template this is, Avery template 8876. And the way that this paper works is you feed it through this way, then you flip it this way, feed it through this way, and then once you're done, along these seams, you just pop it. Just like pop, and they come out. And I'll show you guys all of that whenever these are printed. But yeah, it tells you fold forward then backward to separate the cards, and it has a little diagram on it. So these are pretty cool that you can just like print your own business cards at home like that. I know that you can get somebody else to print them for you, and they'll be kind of nicer, and you can get them like printed where they're laminated and stuff, but I don't need all of that, so I'm just printing them myself like this. But I need to probably mess with a little bit of settings to get these printed out the right way. So I'm going to do that, and then once they're done printing, I'll show you guys me separating them. The business cards just finished printing out. I went ahead and did the front and the back, and they should be dry and good for us to go ahead and pop them apart. So I'm going to put you guys right here, or maybe I can put you guys more like this. And what I was telling you, oh yeah, it does look like they shifted down a little bit, but not as bad as they did the first time. So I'll have to keep messing around with that, but we'll see. Oh no, that's fine. I thought that they printed like way too far up and there was going to be a problem, but it looks like they're fine. So what I was telling you is you can go like this, and you see it popped down the middle, just like that. And then you can do the same for the top, for the sides, the bottom. Then you can do that for all the cards, like so. And I mean, they're not laminated or anything. They're just kind of cardstock. So if they got wet, it would run. But these cards are not really like super important where I need to make them really premium, like nice and everything, because I'm just putting them in my orders. But here you go. That's how they turned out. And I am going to go ahead and look at all of the logo sides and see. I do think, like I said, I think that they some of them shifted down a little bit. So let's see. Not too bad though. The other ones, the first ones that I did, I feel like they shifted down a lot more. These ones, you can still tell that some of them have shifted down, but it's definitely not as bad. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So, like, especially if we look at this one compared to this one, these two. Can you see? Like, this one is center, this one's down a little bit. I think this one's the lowest one out of all of the cards though. And this one I think is correct. And most of them, like I think this one's a little bit down, but not by a whole lot. So I'll have to keep playing with it. Like this one, these two are pretty far down. But it's not that big of a deal. So when I have time, I'll mess around with it, but they're still usable. It's not like it's so bad that I can't use it. And nobody's really gonna be looking at this side, I don't feel like a whole lot, because like I said, when I put it in the order, I put it in this way so that they're looking at all of my links in my little LinkTree QR code. But I wanted to have something on the back, so I just put the logo on the back. But I think that they're pretty good still, like that. I know that this is a little plain, but again, nobody's really gonna look at the back a whole lot. But that's those. And I think that's probably gonna be it for what's going in this video. I got all the stuff that I wanted to get done. So I was going to show you, though, I'm trying to gather up my cards with one hand and put them in my business card holder that I got. There we go. I was wanting to show you guys, here, I'll put you down again. While everything was printing out and cutting, I went ahead and made some envelopes for orders that people are sending in. And then these ones I put in a little hard thing. But I was going to show you, I don't have one that I'm making right now, but I was just going to tell you guys what I do for them. Because while I was trying to figure everything out, I was ordering stuff, and of course some things were not correct, like what I needed. So I got these envelopes that are just normal envelopes, but they're too flimsy. I didn't want people's stuff, let me scooch you down a little bit. I didn't want people's stuff getting folded up and mangled up. So what I ended up doing is the first thing that I ordered actually were these. And they are really, really thick. So they actually count as a package, like a box, whenever you try to ship them. So you gotta put like a whole bunch of postage and stuff, and it's just not worth it, especially for like my stickers. And I got a whole lot of these. So what I've been doing is I've actually been cutting the middles out on both sides and then putting them inside as little inserts. So then now they're not like just paper. Like you see this one, it's like, but this one, see, because I don't want people's stickers getting bent. So I've been doing that, which some people might say is a little bit wasteful to do that, but I have like 100 of these and I don't have any use for them right now. Especially, I might have something in the future for them, but for what I'm doing right now, there's no use for this, because like I said, they're too thick. My post office counts them as a box, and it would be a loss to try and ship a sticker in this. Whereas this, if I put in the little backer, if I cut this up and make it a backer and put it in this, you see how it's still a little bit bendy? That's the difference. This counts as an envelope still. This, because it's not as bendy, counts as a box. So I have 50 of these envelopes. I have like 100 of these things, which I still will have extra of these because I'm getting 2 inserts out of one of these. And then these ones also count as an envelope because they're still bendy. This is what I was wanting this one to be. They're supposed to be the same, but this one's too thick. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same brand and everything. This one was perfect, bendy, but way too big. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys these before. It's a full page size. That's just way too big for a sticker. I mean, leopard gecko in here. That's way too big, way too wasteful of your space and everything. So since this is the exact same bendiness as my envelopes, when they have a backer in it, I've been cutting these in half. So I think I have 50 of these. And I mean, these are good to have though, because like for my bookmarks and other things I make in the future, I might end up needing something this size. But before I had this envelope, I was cutting these in half. And I'm still cutting some of these in half because I don't have anything to ship in this big thing yet. But if I do end up with something a little bit bigger that I need to ship, this will still count as an envelope. It is still useful. Whereas this one counts as a box, can't use it, too expensive. But that's what I've been doing. So some people get these cut in half ones, and some people have been getting these ones now that I got those figured out. So everything's not super exactly the same matchy-matchy in my shop because of that whole deal. But I mean, I already have all that stuff now. I need to figure out some way to use it. So if I have to cut this one up and then put it in this so that it's usable, that's what I'm doing. And I mean, like I said, I have like 100 of these and I don't have any purpose for it at all besides cutting it up and putting it in this. And I'll still have leftovers of these. Like, I'm not gonna run out of those anytime soon. So that's what I was doing while while everything was printing out and cutting. I just didn't show that on screen because the printer and the cutter are a little bit loud, and I wasn't going to be able to like tell you guys what I was doing. I would have had to like do a voiceover deal, and I don't have my like video stuff set up to do that yet. I mean, I probably could have done it, but I just didn't feel like adding that to the list of things that I do whenever I edit my video for you guys just yet, because it probably was going to take me a little bit to figure out how to do that. And I thought it was just easier to kind of like show it to you guys like this and kind of explain what I did and why I did what I did. And if you guys, I mean, I'm gonna have to cut out more stuff at some point anyway. So if you guys want to see that whole process, I can show you what I do. Like, get the box cutter and show me measuring everything out and cutting it. Because I do measure these to try and make sure they're similar sizes, and I get a full half out of the big ones, and I get the right size insert for the plain envelopes out of that thick one. So I can show you guys that next time I need to do it if you're interested in that. But that's all that I have for this video. So we'll see you guys over in my recording corner for the outro. All right, it's the end of the video. I feel like we got a lot of good stuff done today in this video, restocking, and well, I got those orders packaged, but that's gonna be on my TikTok if you want to see that. I don't really know what's going to be next. I was going to try and tell you guys, but I have no idea. I'm going to continue on with my journal and ornament sale for this week, and then I am going to, of course, make some more stuff for the shop, but since it's more holiday season, I'm going to keep those seasonal things up first, and then I think once Christmas is over, I will cycle those out and put some more stuff up that is not Christmas themed, that will be able to just stay up kind of year round. But I am wanting to do like seasonal stuff. Like I did the Thanksgiving stickers, but those are still up on the shop because they do still could be used as not really, because they're not really like associated heavily with Thanksgiving, whereas like the wreath and poinsettia and holly, mistletoe, like all that's a lot more Christmas coded. So those ones will probably go away, but the Thanksgiving ones are still up, of course, because those are stickers also. I don't have stickers for the Christmas stuff. That's just journals and ornaments, so that's easier for me to like take down, whereas the stickers, I have a stock of them, so kind of need to sell those to have room in the office for more stuff if I'm gonna cycle them out. But that's future stuff. After Christmas, I'll have more stuff to post that's more year-round things. Probably more journals will be posted as well. Maybe more bookmarks. I'm gonna try to do some more printable planners as well, is something that was on my mind. I have one Christmas themed one. The other ones are the 6 that match with the bookmarks. I haven't really gotten any traction on those, but I know that that is kind of not like really oversaturated market, but a lot of people make those, so they don't really get pushed out as much, and mine are not like digital ones. I might need to look into how to do like a digital one where you can edit it yourself, but right now they're just printable. I don't know. I'll have to think about what it is I want to do next, but that's gonna be the end of this video. All of that is for future future stuff. So if you like this video, please feel free to leave a like. If you want to continue on my journey with me, then subscribe so that you can join me anytime that I post a new video. You can hit the bell icon if you want to be notified so that you don't miss whenever I upload something new, since I don't have a set schedule for weekly videos. It might be helpful to do that. Leave a comment down below. You can just be saying hello or leaving your own adventures that you're endeavoring in down there for people to see and showcase your hobby or talents. as long as it stays friendly. And I will have in the link in the description links to my Instagram, my TikTok, my shop, of course. I also will have the LinkTree that has all of those already put together for you if you like that better. And as well as my shop's email for any inquiries you might have. Everything is elfpress or elfpressshop. And yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing some more of my processes of how I do things here for elfpress. I know that it might not be super exciting to a lot of people, but you have to restock things sometimes, and I am going to show you guys as much as I can, even whenever it's not maybe the most interesting thing. I'll still try to include you guys, but I definitely cut out some more boring stuff because I don't want to bore you. But I still want to include you. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video for whatever it is that I have to do for my shop next. Bye, YouTube!